Alrighty, we are back and we are on part 2 of trying to get 1 star for Flemington. So Flemington is a major pain in the ass. Just a quick recap. We need a ward, we need animal magnetism, we need a colorizer for these people. We have negative money and we are going to get a loan, and I'm going to get the big one. And we're going to start to build this sort of stuff. So animal magnetism, pest control. 4x4. Okay, so that goes right here. Now we are on a loan at the moment, which means that we are not going to be spending any money we don't have to. Okay, so don't care about gold stars. We're just going to be sending them in. A couple of extinguishers and a radiator, bare minimum. Okay, so there's that. We also going to need the colorizer. The colorizer is not as important. We're going to need a ward. Where's my ward? It's up here. I don't really want to build a ward in this room, in this building or this building. I'd like to build it in this building or this building. Maybe have a diagnosis one over here and a treatment one over here. But our hands are kind of tied behind our backs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a one over here. Just a little one though. And we're going to replace it later on. So 1 screen, 2 beds. That's it. And you are not going to be used for diagnosis, okay? Absolutely not. You are used for treatment, and that is it. Okay, so we have a look at our nurses. We've got 2 who are capable of treating. I'd like a 3rd. Injection nurse. You know what? We're going to have an injection room eventually, so I'm going to get you to be a treatment nurse as well. Not a pill popper yet. You'll become... No, actually, you're never going to be a pill popper. And these guys are never going to be injection nurses. I think that's fine to split that across that. So we have an injection nurse who can do all treatment plus injection. And then a pharmacy nurse who can do all treatment plus pharmacy. So it's kind of an overlap, but not really. Which I like, because I think this is 20%. So yeah. Diagnosis, yes. Send for treatment. What's your deal? What's your problem? You're the person I just pushed through. Okay. So, chromotherapy. Okay, so that was the other one that we were going to need to do. Rooms, chromotherapy. This is a 3x4, if I remember correctly. We got 6 here, so those are 3x3 rooms. So I think I'm going to build it here. 3x4. Remember, this ward is going to get destroyed later on. We're going to put something else there, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. Beautiful. 2 extinguishers and a radiator. It's a 3x4, so I think a normal size radiator is probably best. Okay, where are you going? You are going to the ward. Excellent. Excellent. Good job. And there's somebody waiting to get treated there, so that's good. Bench. Speaking of heating, I think my house is actually getting cold. I feel like I almost want to turn on the heater right now. I probably should. It's probably a good idea. Hey, 22 grand profit. Okay, I'm going to show you a trick right now, okay? So this one is at 10%. So what we do is we take a 50 grand loan, pay off the 100 grand loan. So now we're paying less per month and less overall interest. Now we just have to save up 50 grand and we pay that one off. And my ears are going funny. I do not know why, but 6. Okay, let's see if we got any nurses. I'm not going to get another direct injection one because we don't even have that room yet. You, I like. You are going to be a general diagnosis doctor, I think. Yeah, start to allow these people to go off and do their own thing. Research. Alright, let's generate research. So you pay 1 grand, and after the research is done, you get 20 grand. And you can go off and do that. VIP, health inspection, whatever. I think that actually finished. All right, so we got 12 grand there. Go into the loan, repay it. Beautiful. That worked beautifully. I was very happy with that. Hopefully, we continue to get the profits going through. Yeah, 39 grand profit. We actually managed to cover the expenses as well before that month finished. Mime crisis. Okay, these diagnosis rooms are getting a bit scary. Maybe if we open, because we've got a decent amount of shrinks. Well, we got one shrink. That's not exactly decent. If we get a second shrink though, yeah, empty nurse. I have to hire the empty nurse. I mean, if you see an empty doctor or an empty nurse, you kind of have to hire them because it's so hard to find them normally. Third janitor. This is a really nice janitor. I like this janitor. Level 2 mechanics as well. Really nice. And ghost as well. And emotion. But the money, that's like 10 grand more a year. I don't think I can... that's a nice to have right now. That's not something that I really... You know what? I'll be back in a second. I'm going to put my heater on. You know what? I don't know why I'm cold. It's just, it says it's 21 degrees in here, but I'll turn the heater on anyway. Whatever. I just feel cold. I kind of need a quilt. Sometimes I wrap a quilt around myself and just play games like that, but that would look a little bit ridiculous. Okay.
Alan Dongle here with a technology update. A hospital has developed an ultrasonic cannon for those suffering from animal magnetism.
Whee.
All small animals removed by the machine will be rehomed.
Beautiful. We got to hear about the research and we got to see it happening, so that's wonderful. Okay. Auto promotion. I turned that on as well, didn't I? That was that crazy doctor with all of the stuff, I think. Yeah, this doctor with all of the skills, which will probably be firing because they're a hybrid. They're not a bad hybrid because diagnosis and psychology, but they're still a hybrid. So, okay, we're gonna have to do something about this very, very quickly because, yeah, you cannot let this get out of control because then people stop making it to treatment. They rage quit, and yeah, then things go bad. So we're gonna upgrade one machine at a time in here. Got the radiator, got the thing. Let's work on our diagnostic. Oh, Jesus. Would you look at that? I don't think we can afford to hire both of them, but we're going to have to fire some people. But these two are just too good to pass up. And then we're going to have to reevaluate our nurses. Okay, I don't know how you lasted this long, but you're out of here. Okay, so we got 4 diagnostic nurses in 3 rooms. Happy with that. We got 1, 2. We got enough ward nurses. We got 2 ward nurses. That's fine. We got an empty, which I like. We don't have an injection room yet, and I think we've got enough treatment because I'm going to get this person to be a treatment nurse. So I think we have to fire you. I like the fact that you're an injection nurse, and I like the fact that we'll need you later on. But for now, we don't need you. So get this person trained up in treatment. Done. Maybe I should have kept that injection nurse while the training was happening, but honestly, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so there's the ward nurses. Our diagnosis nurses are looking quite strong now. You are treatment, so not that. We're gonna have to turn treatment for injection rooms on, just to be on the safe side. Turn that off as well, but I have to turn that on at some point. Okay. That's a nice ladder for our other ward nurse to climb as well. Yeah, this person's not happy. Well, I'm sorry, but you know, in today's economic climate, these kind of things do happen. We might have to go another diagnosis room. There just so many people need to be diagnosed. You know what? I am gonna copy this. I can't copy it. I can't afford to. Alright, well, we're going to turn diagnosis back on this room, because I think, yeah, we kind of having a injection room. No, we don't even have one of those. Don't ask. Do not ask
New
me.
to Crumley Mega Market, Crumley Fishmongers. We sell some of the fish you recognise, and some you don't.
Okay. This is a problem where this area is just empty. Okay? We need patients to be there. Okay, this is good. But when this area is empty, you know you've got a serious problem in your hospital. Alright? You just know you've got a serious problem. Okay. I'm going to turn diagnosis on in here as well, because we've got enough ward nurses to handle a bit more in here. So I feel like diagnosis is a crisis right now that we need to get handled. We need to get handled. So we've upgraded that one. Let's upgrade this. 10 grand. Money! The money is so tight, and there's so many people here. And there goes our money into the negatives again. It's a diagnosis problem, that's all it is. We need another one of these rooms. We just don't have the money. Unfortunately, if we take a loan, then I'm not sure how we recover from that money. Potts here. You're not going to get cured, okay? Injection. Oh, God. Alright, let's take a little bit of a look, because I don't want to build a room for one. Gee, look at this. 3 people with casts on. 3 people. Here's another pothead. Pothead. Injection. Who is the injection person? Grey anatomy. Cured. Mucky feet. Where's the injection person? Mood poisoning. You just look normal, so I can't figure out how many other people have it. But this is another case of, alright, well, I guess we have to build a, because there were 3 people. 3 people, look at that, 3 people with fracture injuries. They're going to come through soon. This is just spreading too wide, okay? We're spreading too wide. Maybe we should actually start using the marketing. Because marketing could save our bacon here. For those of you who don't know, marketing is basically all it does is it says, I want this. You know, I want this to happen, do marketing, and if you do enough marketing, then it happens. That's kind of the deal with marketing. So, marketing, yeah. And we need to launch a marketing campaign for 1 star anyway, so let's do it. I'd prefer one with only 1 because they'd be cheaper, but that's fine. Assistants, you will be working on marketing. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, illness. So what we do here is, where's my game doing? It's paused. It's paused for some reason. We need a bit of money. I'm going to send these patients home. Because injection, pandemic, whatever. I'm not sure if this can allow us to skip stuff, but what do we want here? Usually what I do is I go for the pharmacy campaign. And the pharmacy campaign is good for 2 reasons. 1, because I got a nice pharmacy machine. And 2, because a lot of people who need the pharmacy don't need a lot of diagnosis. They go in and they're pretty fine. Whereas Grey's Anatomy, animal magnetism, they probably require a fair amount of diagnosis. So we want to cut down on the diagnosis queues. So that makes our pharmacy a good idea. But we still need stuff like the fracture ward. So I'm going to go back into loan territory. And we are going to do that. So we're going to do a illness marketing for 6 months, which costs 31 grand. We could do it for longer, but hopefully 6 months is enough. And that means for 6 months, we are going to get a ton of people coming in who just want the pharmacy. And I know there are some pharmacy people who are just like, they still need a fair amount of diagnosis, but hopefully we get a lot of them that don't. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit. Do we want a second bed? Yeah, I guess we do. We still only got 2 ward nurses, but I think that's fine. Where the hell are you going, buddy? You really going for diagnosis in the ward? Clearly. Okay, you know what? I've had it. We are low on money. We are low on patience. 70%. I'm not going to get it down to 50% because that's just 75. Okay, this is walking the thin line between just sending your patients to get killed and running out of money. Okay, there's the fracture ward. We already built it. Good. So 75%. So that means that this dork, you buddy, okay, as soon as this diagnosis is finished, yeah, okay, I suppose I should get you a heater. As soon as this diagnosis is finished, you will be off and you will go straight to the shrink. Are you still too cold? No, you're fine. You're fine now. Okay. Go straight, and to go straight to the psychiatry for a diagnosis or a curing, which is nice. Need a large radiator outside here and outside here as well. It makes everything nice and warm. I'd like to get a copy of this as well. Yep. Hire blank. We got a blank nurse, which is nice. Ooh, this person's a hybrid. Oh, it's a good hybrid though. It's a good hybrid. And this person as well. I need to get my shrink levels up. I need to get more shrinks. Injection room. Yes, we will build an injection room. We got the loan. We're going to make it happen. And injection rooms are not too bad. They're not too bad. Only 15 grand. Injection room. 2 extinguishers and a radiator. Small radiator, actually. We only need a small radiator in here. And we need a couple of extinguishers in this room because this bloody thing can again get set on fire. Okay. Psychiatry. Okay. Alright. Hopefully we should... These are dropping down a bit. We still got a ton of patients, but they're dropping down a bit. Hopefully we got a lot of pharmacy patients going through. We got 1. We've got a lot of shrink patients. How are our shrink assignments going? We got 3 people who can be shrinks, and they are. 2 who can also be diagnostics people. And they're doing diagnostics as well. I might want to take one of them off. Yeah, you can no longer diagnose, you can just shrink. No level 2s at the moment. Have we got any doctors without training? I feel like we can afford to squeeze in a couple of trainings here. Yeah, let's squeeze in a couple. Alright, 39 grand profit. That's a lot better. That's helping us out a lot. We're getting back into it. Where are you going? What? You're going to reception. What? Just go in here. You know, you've got a cast on. There's a fracture ward. You don't need a genius to bloody tell you that you need to go. I want to actually see how long it takes. No, go away. I'm not training you. I want to see how long it takes for this guy to actually get properly diagnosed. He's got a cast on his arm, on his leg, and on his head. Pan's lab. No, you know what? Pan's lab can go screw themselves. We're not giving Pan's lab. Take a loan, repay a loan. How did you get to the start of the queue? That was very lucky of you. GP's office. It seems like... See, this is normal speed, so they are walking slow. So even at fast speed, they look like they're walking normally. Okay. Maybe we should build a Pan's lab. We got money. We're raking it in. Let's see. What are you complaining about? Rage quitting. Really? You had to get diagnosed that much? 31%, 13%, 6%. Jesus Christ. It's not that hard to diagnose somebody with a cast on their head that they need to go to the fracture ward. I mean, that's just common sense. Okay, I suppose we can do that. Level 4 pest control. Yeah, yearly review. You can just shove it. I'm probably not going to get anything this turn. Oh, I got 2. Okay, whatever. Oh, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start putting hand sanitizers. See, he's yellow. Well, she's yellow. Now she's got a hand sanitizer. Now she becomes green. Excellent. We really want gold stars in here, though. Can't put him behind the hand sanitizer, though, for some reason. But I suppose that's fine. Oh, bloody oath. I'm going to pause it because somebody needs something that I don't have, and I go, it's probably a Pan's lab. Probably a Pan's lab. Done. Okay, so that got me my level 4. Yep, Pan's lab. The problem is, where do I put it? I need another building. I need this building. You cost 55 grand. I don't want to spend 55 grand on another building, but what choice do I have? I'm not going to put a Pan's lab down here and then move it later on. Can I squeeze one? No, that's a 3x3 slot. Do we still have a loan? No. And we got bank. We're making bank. So I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna get you to wait. Actually, you might wait long enough. 1 star is going up. I will give it that. 1 star is looking good. Low doctors, but they're all in training. I feel like another shrink doctor would definitely be helpful. Another research doctor could be helpful. They could pretty much pay for themselves. We'll get a nobody. We'll get a 3rd ward nurse because we've got a fracture ward now as well. Assistants, they're fine. We should actually get a spare because we got marketing going. Janitors, I feel like we need a 3rd. It's starting to look a little bit sloppy, so I'll get a nobody with a ghost on them. Doctors, yeah, let's get another research. Let's start pushing the research as hard as we can, because we could just push this over and over again, and that's 19 grand every time we do. And if we got 2 staff in there, they're pretty much paying for themselves plus extra. Okay. Okay. That hurt. Probably should have expected that to happen. We don't have a loan though, so I'm happy about that. I've been at the point where I've got 2 loans and been in this position, and I was very, very unhappy, but hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. So, what are our Pan's lab people looking like? 112. And we charge them like 9 grand to get cured, so you know what? Loan. We're gonna loan it out here. Pan's lab. I think this is fine. Putting this room here. A couple of extinguishers. Hand sanitizer. Radiator. The big one. I think this is where we're starting to get into the doctors treating people as well. So what's our doctor treatment looking like? Not great. We've got a bunch of people that can do it. I'm not sure they should be doing it. You are shrink only, buddy. You are shrink only. Let's get the higher ranked people doing the treatment, because the higher ranked they are, the better treatment skills. So this person is really good at treatment, even though they got no skills for it. They're just good. This person's a level 2, and we'll get them to do it as well. This person, not so much. Actually, yes, we'll get that person to do it as well. Rock bottom, injection room, night fever. Yeah, we need the money. We need the money. And I think our shrinks are enough. Like, we got enough shrinks going on. And we still got 17 grand at the end of that month. I was almost going to repay the loan there, but that sort of went down the toilet. We're not doing any training at the moment. Come on, buddy. Give me some money. 6, 7, 8, 900. There we go. That's a nice 20 grand. Repay the loan. We are going to general research again. Give me more money. More money. Okay, so 1 star is... Okay. When they're at 5 or 6, it's a problem. When they're at 10, it's a big problem. So, yeah. Let's get that. How are doctors? Oh, yeah. You're come and work for me, please. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like we got a very nice range of doctors right now, which means we can start to cut down on some of the useless ones. So, sorry, buddy. You are out of here. We got 3 shrinks. We got 4 doctors. And we got a couple of hybrids. So I'm going to get you to be... I'm not going to train you. I'm not going to train you. I'm going to get you to be working on nothing but treatment. You're the PANS Lab guy. You got a lot of treatment skills simply because you're 4 stars. This person, I could get rid of. I don't need him to shrink anymore. So I'll turn that off. Because we got 3 shrinks for 2 rooms, so that's fine. So I don't need you to shrink anymore. Treatment. No, you are not diagnosing either. So this is the only person working in treatment. I could get rid of this person. The problem is we've got 4 diagnosis people for 4 rooms. That's not good. That's not great. So I want this person to be diagnosing as well. Otherwise, we're just going to run out of things. Ward, that's fine. Hopefully that'll start to die down. Hopefully 4 rooms are enough to handle this. Since we upped the ward to be diagnosis as well, we seem to have cut down these patients, so that's fine. How's our marketing going? Still going. The pharmacy is not overwhelmed, which is surprising. I'm guessing a lot of the pharmacy patients still need diagnosis, which sucks. But these are starting to die down a bit. Are any of my diagnosis doctors? No, I got 5 of them, and they're all solely on diagnosis. 2 of them are on break though, which is why we got an empty room here. So we really want an extra diagnosis doctor. Hey, that's nice. How are our nurses looking? We got a very decent amount. We got a blank nurse here, 3 on the ward, 1 more couldn't hurt, 1 more treatment couldn't hurt, 1 more of a lot couldn't hurt. So let's get... We are supposed to be getting a ton of pharmacy people coming through anyway, so we'll get this one in. You are going to be a diagnostics nurse. We'll get a cheap one. We do have a student nurse as well, but I feel like this one should be a ward. Nah, let's just get them both trained as diagnosis at the same time. That's fine, that's fine.
When I first moved to 2 Point County from across the pond, you want to know what I missed most? The bowling alleys, man. You asked me if they're every bit as important as libraries and museums. On the way, more tunes to make your head explode.
Okay, bin. Let's put a bin here. That's fine. Got quite a few stains around. We got 3 janitors though, so that's alright. Let's start to get some stuff going on. You are easy scan. You are now easy scan 2. We got some money. Let's push this up to 3. Let's push this up to 2. Can't upgrade that. Can upgrade that. PANS Lab. Yeah, starting to shave the money a little bit, but that's fine. Well, if we really wanted to finish this off, we could have a marketing campaign for animal magnetism, and that would definitely help us out a lot. Okay. How many of our janitors can actually... 2. We got 2 that can do that. I feel like another one. Here we go, level 2. I feel like we can afford this now. We're covering our expenses every month, so that's fine. Shrinks starting to get a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, Let's...
Would an assistant please go to marketing?
Assisted in marketing. We got 3 assistants. You know what? You do not work at the front desk anymore. You just do marketing. For now, anyway. And we'll get a second assistant. Yeah, another fracture. We're starting to build up on fracture injuries, actually. We're going to need to build a bigger fracture ward at some point. Maybe that's what we should be doing over here.
Urinating anywhere in the hospital will not be tolerated.
Okay. So what do we want for our fracture ward? We want it like this. And 4 wide is all we need, because that means we can put beds down both ends. I believe that means this is 3 wide. So yeah, 4 wide should be fine. Okay. Desk. Right there. Squeeze it into the corner as best as you can.
Please leave toilets as you would hope to find them, not as you would expect to find them.
Beds. Now we got a little bit of money. I'm going to pause it so I could take care of that wackadoodle who's trying to quit the hospital. You cannot quit. You can only get fired in this hospital. This is not great. We want another plaster caster in here. Oh. We can sort of fit it. I don't really like them facing each other. That's a bit weird. You know what? We don't need 8 beds. We can get by with 7. That allows us to do this. That allows us to do this. Okay, that looks a bit better. Extinguishers, 2 please. Large radiator. Turn it around, put it in here. That should heat up the entire room. Underpaid. I love it when they're underpaid, because then I can just pay them. And then they're just like, okay, I'll stay around. Okay. Sell. We could close it, but we're just going to sell it. Who died? You're not supposed to die in my hospital. Okay. This is getting out of control. So we need a better ward as well. Let's see. Ward. Let's get a nice big one. That's big. Okay, that's a big ward. Screen. Screen 1. Screen 2. Screen 3. Screen 4. That's a lot of screens. I wonder if we can squeeze them closer together. I'm not sure. Okay, it's weird. They get shoved up against the wall and then they don't register when they're actually being locked properly. Okay, we can't quite manage that one. But we can do this. And then this. I don't know why I'm building all the beds right now. We don't need them all, but might as well. I just want it to be nice. Just absolutely beautiful. Locker. Room prestige. Okay, that doesn't really help. I'm going to put a bin in here as well. Just in case there's people who are sick. Hand sanitizer. And we are going to gold star this room. And we're probably going to gold star the other room as well. The fracture ward. I definitely want a gold star at the fracture ward after all the beds are placed down, because otherwise it's just, you got to move the beds around. It's a pain. I think we had that in the last hospital where we gold starred it and then we tried to add extra beds and it just didn't work out. Okay, all of these are good. All of these are good. 6 out of 10. So I guess we'll just wait for that for now. Money, 13. Oh, now it just went up to 32. Okay, so it was looking bad, but now it's looking good. So you got to put them in these weird spots. You can't put them behind the machine or behind the curtains on the other side of the machine. It's very, very strange. But we can put them totally across this wall, even though we can't see them properly. One. Done. And a bin. We'll put our hand sanitizer in a bin in this room as well. Squeeze it in. Hand sanitizer. Really? That's kind of on top of the door. I don't like that. Let's put this over there. And then maybe we can fit the extinguisher here. Excellent. And the nurse goes straight in and does that. Yes, we can have a ward emergency.
Ward.
Yeah, you've been waiting for a while, haven't you? Okay, let's get you trained. So, we do not have loans. I keep checking to make sure we don't have loans, but we don't. Alright, janitors. We have somewhat of a janitor emergency. You look very overqualified, but we're going to get this one. We got a bin. The bin's full. That would explain it. It's all these upgrades, I guess. All the janitors are busy doing upgrades. Speaking of which, you need to get upgraded as well. But the rest of the machine should be done. Okay, we can see the pharmacy marketing has kicked in. Obviously, a lot of those pharmacy people were stuck in the back somewhere. But now they're all finally been diagnosed and they're all ready to go. You are Jab Master 2. You are ultrasonic cannon. I don't think the research is finished yet.
Maintenance
We could upgrade this, but
Bids will become full.
meh. Let's have a look. Look for some more people. Solo shrink, yeah. Kind of don't need them, but sure. And this person, which we might train up to be a treatment. Okay, nurses. We'll get the 2 empties. And we'll get the treatment. I'm kind of over hiring people, but yeah, you know what? It's just we'll find work for them. We will definitely find work for them. I have never been in a position where I'm like, okay, I've got too many people. I need to fire some simply because there's too many. We always end up needing them at some point. So you are gonna get trained up in treatment. Student nurse, junior nurse. Who else can we get? All right. Yes, you. Yes, you. Kind of training up all the pharmacy people when we got a pharmacy overload. Maybe not the greatest idea, but that's fine. We'll see how we go anyway. Staff rooms looking pretty popular. The research did finish at some point. I don't think we need general research anymore. Let's finish this off. Started that in the other hospital, and the progress does carry over.
Urinating anywhere in the hospital will not be tolerated.
Okay. Let's have a look at the patients, because I really want to get this 1 star taken care of. I do not see anybody with animal magnetism. I do not. Oh, here we go. There's one person. One person in the whole hospital with animal magnetism. This 1 star is going to take forever. Alrighty. Illness, animal magnetism. Just do 3 months. We don't need a ton of them. We just need a few. Are these are all waiting for the pharmacy, aren't they? Jesus. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Where are my janitors who know how to take care of ghosts? I got 2 of them. They're cleaning up messes somewhere else. No. Let's have a look here. Cleaning up vomit. You know what? I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to drop you right in the middle there. Take care of those ghosts. Why are you sick? Take care of the ghosts. It's kind of your job. Somebody died. I don't care. Oh, there was somebody. They didn't get cured. Okay. Probably because the nurse in there doesn't know what she's doing. We have not played around with these, have we? Okay. Alright, so you are treatment. We need to do all the fixing here. Okay, that looks like a treatment nurse. That does. This is a ward nurse. This is a diagnostic nurse. Do not want noobs working in the pest control. Jesus, there's a lot of people in here that we just have not looked at for ages. You guys, I don't know what you're going to do, so I'm just going to tell you to do nothing. We'll figure out what you're doing later, but right now you're doing nothing. Diagnostics. And I'll leave you as treatment, even though you haven't got a treatment skill, because you are going to be treatment eventually. You are definitely going to be like that. So we're all figured out except for these 2. Alright, Yes, you, get out of there. You're not allowed to work anywhere. You are too useless. I think we're out of training rooms. Copy. And that got rid of that heater as well, didn't it? So we've got to build that. We'll build that out here. Oh, that's a bit hot now. Is it? Are you hot? Are you hot? You don't look hot. Let's just build a normal radiator here instead. Get rid of the large one. That will be a little bit better. Training required. You're a janitor. You can figure out how to capture ghosts. Doctor. Yeah, in a sec when we got a training room finished. Capture 3 ghosts. That might actually be doable. Normally it's not because you have to kill people. But we're killing people all over the place. So maybe it'll be alright. The pharmacy campaign has finished, so eventually these people will get cycled through. Yeah. Come on. Get me some training, please. Get me some training.
Dr. Hayward to the Sheriff's Office.
Okay. Alright, we're rolling in money, so get that, get that, get that. Get all the buildings. Staff training, yep. Ward management 2 from this person. Those are not our only 2 ward people, are they? No, there's another one. And then there's this one. I'm going to make one of these at least a ward nurse, I think.
Nurse needed in ward.
Yeah, that was going to happen. I still have a ward nurse who's not getting trained. What are you doing? Bernard Pucker. Oh, you're going into the ward now. Okay, that's good. Somebody died. That's not good. We could use a loo here, but these rooms are all going to be rearranged anyway, so it's probably fine. Let's get a little loo over here. I don't want to block that heater either, so let's do that. Sink. I'm not sure if you actually need a sink, but I always put one in, so... Okay, we got a room free. You need some training, so you're going to get trained. General practice. Level 2. Oh, level 2, okay. Let's just go nuts here. Oh, let's not go nuts, because that's an actual guest trainer, so that's going to charge me an arm and a leg. Where was that doctor? Who was that doctor? The doctor who needed training. So let's go down, down, down. Okay, you're good. You're good. And then one of these research people needed training as well, but whatever. Whatever. That would be nice though if they're both level 3 with level 3 research skill. I can just get them to do a whole bunch of crap in the background while we're playing. Okay, so the money situation is good. We've got animal magnetism training going on. We've got 1 person here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. We're very good at this point. And we got no backups. We're going to start to have backups because I just sent... Oh, I only sent 1 person to training, so that's fine. Views. I mean awards. I mean something. Okay, not bad.
My birth. Needless to say, today's show will honor the man of the hour, the heartbeat of this county, and the crown jewel of 2 Point Radio. Me, Sir Nigel Bickleworth.
Interview.
Okay. While we're waiting for those bloody animal magnetism people to filter through, let's get some gold stars installed, because I think we can definitely afford it now. We got the money and we've got a little bit of time, so let's do it. Let's not block up that window if we don't have to. Get in there, get in there. Stop trying to put it in the pharmacy. Alright, excellent. Are you happy? Why are you not happy? You're in a really good looking room, you should be happy. Very thirsty and very hungry. You know what? You should go on a break. You should go have a break. This thing's being upgraded anyway. Hey! Level 1, 1 star, whatever. Oh, bloody oath. So I've unlocked a bunch of stuff. The underlook is actually the Yeti. I think it's the Yeti, I'm not sure. I think it is. That's the Bigfoot Yeti expansion. Meltdowns is the nuclear facility, and then Smogley is another one next to the nuclear facility. So I think these two are core. And we've got this cafe, which I never use. So anyway, this has been a long video, and it took ages to get to 1 star. So I might actually take a break, have some breakfast, and then come back and do the 2 and 3 stars. And hopefully they fit in. 2 star. That's actually pretty easy. You know what? Maybe we'll do 2 and 3 stars in the one video. But we're going to finish this one off now. And I will catch you guys later. So have a good one.